you've had to carry your instrument a very long way, but you finally made it. You're nearby the audience and you're about to go in to perform your show. You're very nervous because you want to make sure you do everything right and you don't want to mess anything up, but you're also really excited because you want to perform this great show for a bunch of people. This feeling is why I and a bunch of other people enjoy doing these programs that are offered at our school. And though marching band and drumline may seem similar overall, they actually have quite a few differences as well. So, my goal today is to inform you about the similarities and differences between marching band and winter drumline. The programs offered, the amount of practice time, and the competition setup is where the major comparisons between the two take place. Now, the cycle of the year begins with marching band. Now, with marching band, almost everything takes place outside, and you have the horn line, the percussion, and the color guard, all in their like separate areas and stuff. And we perform on football fields all the time. And all the fields that you perform on is like determined by the program that you participate in. We participate in ISMA, which is the Indiana State School Music Association, and this is all high school marching bands across the state of Indiana. And you can find more information about that at isma.net. However, besides state-specific ones, there are also ones that are spread across America. Now there are two major ones with that. There's one called DCI, which is Drum Corps International, and those are all marching bands that are composed of groups of people that are all like out of high school and are independent. And you can find more info about that on dci.org as well. And then there's also BOA, which is Bands of America. And this is all actually high school marching bands from across the United States. And you can actually find more info on this on musicforall.org, which is the website for BOA. Now, the classes for marching band are all separated by school size and group size. And all these groups will have the same, participate in the same competitions no matter what class you're in. For example, for ISMA, if you're in A class, B class, C class, or D class, you will be in all of the same major competitions no matter what. Now, participating in these programs requires quite a bit of practice. We start off marching band in about late May, and we go all the way until November. And we practice about 3 times a week. However, there is one week in July called band camp where we go Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. And we go through a lot of like fundamentals, and we put on a major portion of our show. All of this practicing is very helpful in preparing us for the competitions to come, however. Competitions start off in about early September for marching band, and first there are the invitationals where we just go to random high schools, and then we'll have regionals, semi-state, and state for all of our major competitions. Now, when we're actually at the competitions, we'll arrive there, unload all the instruments and equipments off the trailer that we can't load onto the bus, we'll change, and then after a little bit we'll head into warm-ups. Now, for marching band, there are 2 separate warm-up areas. There's the physical warm-ups, which is where we do just a lot of fundamentals and marching things, and we don't do anything with music. And then we go to music warm-up, where we just solely focus on music rather than any of the marching aspects. And then after the performance, we load everything back, and we'll change, and then we'll go to watch the awards. Now, after the marching band season ends, the winter drumline season begins as the cycle continues. Now, with winter drumline, almost everything is inside. And it's mostly only percussion, though some groups will have like some dancers to back them up. We perform inside gyms, and the place you perform at, as with marching band, is determined by the programs you participate in. We participate in IPA, which is the Indiana Percussion Association, which is all high school indoor percussionists from across the state of Indiana. And you can find more info about that at ipa.org. Then there's also the America spread one, like for marching band, which is WGI, which is Winter Guard International. Now, the reason for this naming is that it used to be color guard specific, but it's expanded to include a lot of indoor percussion groups as well. And it mainly consists of independent groups, though there are some high school groups that participate in WGI as well. Now, marching band was separated by school size and group size, but drumline is separated by skill and ability level. So they're very different in that aspect. And with drumline, not all classes have to participate in the same competitions. For example, For IPA, if you're an A or B class, you go straight from prelims to state. However, if you're an open or world class, you will also have to go through semi-state in between the two. Now, these programs still require a lot of practice in order to be successful, however. We begin in early December and we go all the way until April, which is actually 1 month less time than marching band took, but we still practice 3 times a week. We don't do anything similar to band camp, however, for Drumline. However, we're still completely prepared for all of our competitions. We start our competitions about mid-February, and then there was all the invitationals like marching band, and then we'll go to prelims, and then for us, we'll just go straight to state since we are an A class. At the competition, before and after is the same, where we unload and then we'll load back. However, with Drumline, there usually is only one warm-up compared to marching band, which had the 2, where you just do all the music and marching stuff all in the same place. We actually just got done with our Drumline show Ding this week, and soon the cycle will continue into marching band, where we'll be doing our show What Goes Around. In conclusion, marching band and winter drumline have a similar goal, though they have a lot of different ways of accomplishing them. I've discussed the variety of programs, the amount of practice, and the competition setup for both marching band and drumline. Even though some may be able to pick a favorite between the two, I enjoy both of them equally, as they both are very exciting to me and can offer great rewards in the end.